What's up, YouTube? This is James coming at you with another informative video. I hope everybody's doing well out there on this Sunday morning here. Yeah, this is one of these stories right here that I wanted to bring to y'all about what is actually going on around us. And I've done, probably about 3 or 4 of them now as it is, okay? But, the thing is this, it's not just me and others, that know what is actually taking place around us, okay? But of course, the military as well, right? As you can see here, it says real life Star Wars, question mark. U.S. Army chief admits soldiers will soon battle little green men, all right? This is what they call them, all right? I don't know what little green men he's talking about because the things that I see ain't little and green. And some of the things that I do see, they may be on like trees which are green or bushes or even the grass itself. But the thing is, a lot of them are not little and green. Unless, you can see like some of the entities, they can make themselves big and as small as they want to. Okay. Now, this particular story right here took place back in May of 2016. Okay. Now that was basically 3 years ago, and why would he say something like that? Okay, why would he say something like tell the cadets, that they're going to prepare to battle little green men? Uh, when we read this story right here, I'm going to show you guys, some of the pictures that I've collected to show you what I'm talking about. Some of you've already seen some of the videos I've made on them or whatever. But for those of you that haven't seen them, I'm going to show you that there's nothing little and green about these particular entities. Okay, let's get in this story right here. The head of the U.S. United States Army made a startling admission that troops will soon battle human hybrid armies and little green men, which has left alien conspiracy online forums doing somersaults. All right. Now I'm not sure about. I've never seen anything that looked like this right here. Okay, but obviously there must be something somewhere that looks like, because I'm always seeing images like this, like on the internet or what have you. They claim that's what aliens look like. But it says here, General Mark Miley, Chief of Staff for the U.S. Army, told an audience of cadets in future they will face the strangely named foes on the battlefield. He said, if the world of 1916 was complex, or the world of 1945 was complex, the world of 2016 intensely complex. And I can tell you that from personal experiences, you'll be dealing with terrorists, you'll be dealing with hybrid armies, you'll be dealing with little green men, you'll be dealing with tribes. You're going to be dealing with it all, and you're going to be dealing with it simultaneously. His remark at Norwich University, the military college of Vermont in Northfield, Vermont, have since nearly crashed the online UFO community, who thought it was the first admission from a serving military chief of alien invasion of Earth. Now they talking about alien invasion. Ain't nothing alien about the Creator and the Messiah. All right, and that's just all there is to it. Yeah, they coming, and what y'all got, it's not going to be enough to beat them. You can forget it. Y'all through your little military. None of that. You got about as much chance of beating what's coming. Chief, Mark, whatever your name is, as being able not to being able to escape aging and dying. Can you do that? If you could at least do that, then I'll say you have a chance. But guess what? You can't even do that. You cannot even do that. You can forget it. You ain't got nothing for the Most High and what's and what He's bringing with Him. Okay, but to continue, the commenting on a video clip of the speech posted on YouTube by the Music Memory Lane, the self-described ultimate UFO conspiracy cryptid paranoid channel from the Netherlands, and commentator said, "I think this guy probably vanished shortly after his speech. It seems like he's let way too much info out." Okay. Another added, "Wow, he said a lot. It wasn't a very long speech. Enough said. Truth is coming out slowly but surely." But Alejandro Reyes, radio host for Open Minds Radio, said his choice of words had simply left believers confused and ultimately disappointed. Mr. Reyes wrote on Open Minds TV. His statement appeared to be shocking. He seems to be telling the cadets that he knows from experience they will be fighting aliens. And what about hybrid armies? What are those? They sound terrifying. Some UFOers have assumed this is to be an admission that armies of aliens and their alien human hybrids are threatening the Earth. No, y'all threaten the Earth, and they coming to clean things up. But to continue, those familiar with the terminology used in the study of alleged alien abduction know hybrids to be beings that are half alien and half human being. Well, that will be a Nephilim. That's what that is. That's basically what you call half hybrid human and what alien. That would be a fallen angel mixed with a human being. Okay, that's what that would be. And it goes on to say here, this has led some websites to proclaim that the Army has admitted they are preparing for battle with aliens. However, both of those are military terms that mean something entirely different. Okay, whatever. You want to pacify yourself with a lie, go right ahead, because the Most High said He will send strong delusion. And looks like whoever said this, that's what he's under. Mr. Reyes explained hybrid armies was a reference to the mix of conventional and non-conventional makeup of many enemy forces such as Islamic State, which is ISIS, non-state combatants, and terrorists that are not part of the recognized state. He added, so what about the little green men? These are the forces that were seen in the Ukraine that the are believed to be Russian special forces. Okay, idiot, if that's what you want to believe, and then they got this, whatever, that is, you know what I mean? Nothing I've seen, other than these kind of images, I've never seen anything that looks like this. Now, this is the video right here. We're going to watch it, and then I'm going to show you what's already here and what's watching and what's coming to do battle. I mean, what's going to initially, come to do battle. Okay? Hang on a second.
There's the actual video of this General Miley talking. We mentioned little green men.
Dynamic elements that it's hard to describe in sentences.
I'll let you guys listen in.
If the world of 1916 was complex, or the world of 1945 was complex, the world of 2016 is intensely complex. And I can tell you that from personal experience, and I know there's many others who can tell you that as well. And you will graduate and be in that world, and you're going to be leading the soldiers and the sailors, the airmen and the Marines in that world. You'll be dealing with terrorists. You'll be dealing with hybrid armies. You'll be dealing with little green men. You're going to be dealing with tribes. You'll be dealing with national leaders and local leaders. You'll be dealing with politics and economics. And you'll be dealing with direct fire and indirect fire. And you're going to be dealing with it all. And it's all going to be dealt with simultaneously.
Well, there you have it. Little green men, hybrid armies.
You're going to have to be ready.
Okay, so y'all heard, you understand the general talking about you're going to be dealing with little green men. But as you can see, this entity right here in these clouds ain't nothing little and green about these entities right here. You know, now I do believe I know who they are and what they are. I believe these are actual angels, you know, some of them, okay? Now, the Father says, and that to you that may not know who the Father is, I'm talking about the entire, creation, the Most High himself, said that his eyes run to and fro throughout the earth, okay? Well, these are everywhere, and they're starting to make their presence known among men, okay? Now, as you can see, you'll have like 4 eyes over here that makes one. 2 here, you understand? Then another one, 2 here, then another one over here. But it makes one giant face, you see? And it also says in the word that they have 4 or 5 faces. The angels themselves does, okay? Nothing little and green about that. Hold on, I'll pull up the next picture. This picture right here is right down the street from me. And I happen to be looking down the street, and voila, you know, I see all of these over here, okay? All up in the trees and everything. But the one that stood out the most was this one. Him. Again, nothing little and green about this. Let me bring him in close. And for you, you know, I'm going to bring him in. I got another picture where it's more closer up, but I just want you to see this. Okay, let me see. See, it's better that I will just go ahead and just go to the entire picture, because you can hardly not. Okay, here he is right here. Okay. Now let me show you exactly what he looks like close up. Okay, here he is. And again, you know, nothing little and green about that right there. This is the entity actually brung up close, you know, from the picture that's down the street. You know, it was dark down there that night. There's just so much street light, you can hardly see it. But it looks like here is like a crown around his, you know, his head right here. Kind of like a crown. Then you got these big, you know, defined looking cheekbones, you know, and then an eye right here, and then his nose. It comes down very, very kind of like flat, and then you have dark eye like over here, and then, you know, the like the bridge of his mouth, you know, just sticking his head out of, you know, the brush over there, you know, down in that ditch. See, again, nothing little and green about that. Let me bring up the next one. Okay, here's a couple things going on in this picture right here. All right. What really first got my attention was the big entity right here. Looks some like kind of prehistoric, that's up in the air, you know, in the clouds that night, going down the road. All right. Now, this right here, these lights, is a reflection onto my of the windshield, and it picked up my floor shifter. Okay. These lights over here, I don't know what they are. I don't know. But here's what I'm talking about right here. Okay. This is what showed up on the side of that highway that's overlooking the road, overlooking the entire road. Let me see if I can bring him in close so you guys can see him. Okay. And you can see the profile of some insanely huge entity that's overlooking this road right here with a very, very, very poignant nose. You know what I mean? And then his eyes right here, just staring out. Okay. Like I said, these other ones up here in the sky, those are the ones I was actually aiming at taking the pictures of, you know. But this particular one that got picked up, wow, I mean, you can see this thing has the most pointed nose, and his eyes, very deep and dark, you know. And like I said, he was just overlooking the road, and you can see it better, like, well, him overlooking, the highway right there. See, pull up the next one. Now, this picture right here is really dark. This is just right outside my front yard. Okay, I took the picture basically because of these. It's real dark, so you're just going to see like what appears to be two eyes right here, over here, right, staring out of the dark. But what it picked up was this entity down the road, down the street right here. Now I have a very close up, and it's a little bit more blurred, but you'll see it better, when I draw it up. Let me see if you can see part of it. This entity right here is a face. Real dark though. But I'm going to bring him in close. Hang on. Okay, this is the same picture right here. Okay? But when you bring it in close, it gets a little bit more blurred. Okay? Get real grainy like. But yeah, this is what was in the dark down the street. This devil's looking face right here. Just staring down the street, watching everything. See, hanging around, lurking in the shadows. Let's see if I can bring it in close. Now look at that. Feast your eyes on that. Now, what's little and green about that soul right there? Nothing. Very, very wicked, very scary looking. And the thing about it is, it's probably not wicked. It's probably not a demon. Could be an angel. I don't know. But I'm just saying, this is what goes out to the one that says, the general that says they're going to be fighting little green men. There's nothing little green about these things. Okay? Here comes the next one. Okay. This particular picture right here was actually taken in a graveyard. Basically, we went out of town. This is a graveyard in Tennessee, as a matter of fact. And to visit the grave of a dearly, loved and well-missed family member. You understand? But the thing is that by the time we found the place, it was pretty dark. Okay? But, I'm looking around and stuff like that. And looking up, around the trees. And and hey, just being, aware of my surroundings. So I happen to spot this monstrous looking thing right here. It looks just like some out of, I don't know, could be Godzilla or something. And as you can see, this thing has, here's his eyes up here, long nose with these look like teeth that are actually showing up in the trees. So he was there, and it was dark. It was very dark. So I had to move this over here to editing to get it as light as I possibly can, just for it to actually show up, because it was dark when, was it like sun was going down, when we got out there. And basically we were about to leave, trying to find our way out of that place. But yeah, right here, ain't nothing little and green about this monster right here. This spirit, a monster in the spirit. That's basically what you're looking at. These are the same things I'm talking about that watch day and night everywhere, all over the place, outside, inside, your home, wherever you go, they're there looking. Okay. Hang on. And of course, some of you may be familiar with this particular one right here. I've had in one of my other videos right here. But for the ones that are not, again, nothing little and green about this entity that's hanging around in the clouds right outside my front door. I went out, looking up at the sky and stuff like that, checking the clouds out. And this is what I see looking down at me. This right here. See, like I said, they're everywhere. They're showing themselves more and more and more. You know, you just got to be alert to see them. They there. This particular picture right here, again, it was another one that was very, very, very dark. Okay, very dark. And I was getting off work one morning about 4:30 in the morning, and it was still dark. You know, and across the highway, you know, you can see like little highlights of things moving. You know, at least I could. You know, in the bushes, in the air. You know what I'm saying, and what have you. It was moving around. So I went ahead and I snapped the picture. And when I got the picture, you know, I had to lighten it up. And this is what I saw staring out at me. Okay? Now, the thing is this. Of course, as you can see, it's green. You know, that's the way it showed. It came out green. But it's nothing little about it. All right? Now, as you can see, this particular thing that's peeping out of the shadows, and there's other entities all around it, like this particular one down here. You know, these, you know, they're all around it. But this is the most prominent one that actually, you know, stuck out. You know, but it looks just like a half man and half bull. See, look at his nose, look at his nostrils, his cow face or whatever, you know. And see, don't let, like I said, anybody tell you well, I know a lot of my listeners, you know, they don't listen, they know better than Satan. There's no, you know, God, no Most High. But don't ever let no one convince you that there's no Messiah, because there is, and you're going to need him to be actually saved. When the Most High, you know, let these things loose right here to do whatever it is they will directly. There's going to be a lot of people in trouble. You know what I mean? And that's just all. And when I say directly, you know, I make the difference between it, because a lot of them are doing a lot of things, but they're doing it to where they're actually getting into people possessing them. You know, they're actually getting in people possessing them, where it's just making the person look crazy and doing a lot of heinous crimes and stuff like that. Okay, see, but no, there's going to be, the time is going to come when the Most High is going to release these things right here. You know what I mean? And you're going to see them directly. They're going to do all this, and you want to be saved from stuff like this. This is what it's all about. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here's another one. You know, right here. You can see his big face right just underneath this bridge right here. Well, he's right over. There's a bridge right here, and as you can see, a rail. But he's just right there looking, you know, and he's big enough, you know, where you can just see him, just staring out. This is a highway right here. Just so happened that day, you know, when I was headed out and everything, it was a highway on the way to work. You know, a train, you know, was coming, and it just had traffic backed up. So I decided to look around, you know, and I seen these pictures, I mean, these entities and stuff like this over in the woods, just right underneath this, well, over the bridge right here. This is what I saw staring out. This green thing right here. Okay, he's green, yeah, but nothing little about him. These are the things that the general is talking about, okay? This is another picture right here where we went to go and visit some relatives in Tennessee about a couple summers ago. And, you know, this is where we went to go and visit the graveyard and all that kind of stuff. Well, this is the same place, actually. And right here, see, this big face in a tree happens to be peeping around the side of the house. Again, I had to lighten this picture up a lot because it was very, very dark. But you know, just to see the face right here. Let me bring him in close so y'all can see him. Now, you can see that face right there. Right here. Peeping around the house. You know? And there's a picture. There's another face, actually. See, where you get the angels, actually, that's said to be angels. You know, they got 4 faces or whatever. One's looking like north, east, south, and west. But like right here, this one happens to be looking this way, but there's another face looking that way. And one of them has horns. As you can see, that's what this point is right here. That's what that is. One of them has horns. See? Again, he's green, but nothing little about him. You know, these people right here they was out there playing cards and drinking and having a nice time and all that. They weren't aware of what was around them. Period. You know. Here's another entity, and it just say entities, you know, but this is the one that stood out the most right here, you know, hanging around in the clouds. One night, I took this picture right here with me and my wife was going to Walmart in the parking lot, actually, and looking up at the clouds and then seeing this, you know. So there it is. Okay, this is my last one right here. Actually, this was the thumbnail of my first video I did, as a matter of fact. And as you can see, you see what is called, like, well, a couple faces on here, because it's got this little purple one right here. I had to lighten this one up too. But this Joker, devil face like type thing right here, this was a tree right here. And there's a lot of faces around here, but he was the one that stood out the most. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys, you know, some pictures of what the general was talking about, what he was telling the cadets. There's nothing little and green about these things right here. And for all of us that are spiritually connected, you know, and in tune and grounded, you know, with the Most High, we know what it is. We know what's coming, you know, so it's nothing to fear. But just stay close in prayer in the name of Yahusha. And you don't have to worry, because he's going to deliver you. See, he's going to save. Don't let nobody fool you into believing he's not. Well, y'all tell me what y'all think about this story and these pictures I showed you. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as you can see in these pictures, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. And these pictures are proof. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.